everybody, Cape here, and today I'm going to be giving my review on the Roblox Ready Player 2 event. Now, I'm gonna quickly just tell you what the Ready Player 2 event was. So, the Ready Player 2 event is a collaboration with the Ready Player 2 book that came out, and what it is that there are 7 items in 7 different Roblox games, and your goal is to go track them down and find out how to collect these items in the 7 different Roblox games. This might be either like doing codes or doing some sort of cryptic secret in a certain order, or just collecting a certain number of items, something like that. And then after you collect these 7 items, you go back to the main hub that the event took place, and you unlock your final reward. Now, before I go further into detail, I'm going to quickly talk about the Ready Player 1 event that happened in 2018. Now, the first Roblox Ready Player 1 event was alright. I know it was kind of similar to this event, except I believe that there weren't 7 items you had to get. I believe there was only 3, and the final item that you could win was a Dominus, and I believe only one person won it. I think his name was Roku. So I'm gonna go for so that was pretty much it. I joined Roblox a year before that event took place, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. So I mean, I did the event, but I didn't really unlock anything. So yeah. So I'm going to go into detail about all the items that you got in this event, and I'm going to give my experiences on getting the item, as well as my thoughts and opinions. So the Roblox Ready Player 2 event began on November 23, 2020. That's when it kind of got first revealed. But the second phase where you're able to get items took place, I believe, on December 1st. I might have got that date wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's when it took place. So the first Roblox item that you got for this event, in order, is the Crown of Madness, which is a purple crown with, I believe, 7 jewels around on its little side. And you got that game in Piggy. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys know what Piggy is. It's a really popular game on Roblox. It's an alright game. When I first did the event, that was the first time I ever played it, so I wasn't really good at the game. So I'm gonna talk about the item first. So the item is the Crown of Madness. It's a pink crown. It looks really similar to a really popular and rare item called the Black Iron Crown of Ponage. And I think it's a really good hat. I mean, it's not something I would personally wear. I feel like that maybe if the item was maybe a little bit more bright pinkish, I'd probably like it just a little bit more. But it's alright. I can definitely see why a lot of people would wear it. Now, in order to get this item, you had to go in a specific chapter, and you had to unlock a certain door in a map. I believe it was the alley, and then you have to do some coding. I mean, you have to put in some codes in order to unlock the door, and then you kind of get it. This took a pretty good while for me to actually get this item, just because how usually in Piggy, the items that you need in order to unlock the door, they could spawn in different areas. So there's not really kind of like a it's not really like one way to really do it. The items can spawn in multiple areas or behind different other locked doors in the game. So that took a little while. It was a little bit challenging. I was actually going to do a kind of like a montage video of me getting all the items, but it kind of took a while. But I actually have the clip of me getting the Crown of Madness. Now, the reason why this took a while, just because when I was recording it, I didn't really plan on getting it this Like, when I was recording it, it was a bunch of problems. I ended up having to delete a lot of videos off of my file just because there was I had too much memory space, so I kind of it was just like a lot of chances that I kind of failed at it. But I'll show you the clip right now. Oh my god. We did it, we did it, we did it. Oh my god. I believe we did it. I believe we got the code right. Oh my god. Oh my god, we did it. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how long. Alright, I don't even care if I die. Look at that. We got it. Yeah, so if you can see, I was actually pretty I was just really relieved to get the crown. It was a pretty good hat though. Alright, so the second hat that we got is the How to Program Basic. It is a little book and it has text on it that says How to Program Basic. There's a little Roblox noob on it, and you got this hat in the game Bee Swarm Simulator. Now, I have played Bee Swarm Simulator before. I know that the Roblox Egg-Con, I believe, of 2019, there was a hat in the game, and that was when I kind of first got into the game. It's an alright game. The hat is probably one of the easiest hats to get. All you have to remember is certain codes on the side of the map, and enter it in like grassy areas. It was alright. I believe that one's probably the easiest in my opinion, just because you didn't really have to worry about dying or running out of time or other things like that. So it was pretty easy overall. The item, it's alright. I don't really see that too many people wearing it, just because it's not really like an item I guess a lot of people would wear. Like, it's just a book, you know. There's not a lot of people really like to put like just like kind of books on their head. Maybe there are. So the next item we have is the Bombastic Bling. It is it has the texture of the Bombastic series, where it kind of has like a flaming like texture on it. And you got this item in Roblox in high school. Now this item was actually really hard for me to get. What you had to do is you had to sit in a certain chair before 8 o'clock in the game, and then a key would spawn behind you, and then you go to a locked door that's right next to the woodshop class in the school, and you'll find a teleporter, and it'll teleport you to a obby. Now I'm gonna say this: I don't really have a lot of screenshots of me getting all the items, just because how difficult or how time consuming they were, and how I usually got a number of these items off camera. But the Bombastic Bling was an item that I really wanted to record, although this obby was just really hard. Just like, for the life of me, I couldn't complete this obby. It took me 3 days off and on to get it, and it just off and on. Like, I didn't even have room on my capture card in order to record me getting it. That was how many attempts it took me to do it. But I finally got it. It took me like 3 days. I woke up on the third day and I did it like the first try, and I was just like, oh my god, I got it. To be honest, this might just be me, but I really don't like this item that much. Like, I don't really like the bombastic texture that much. To me, it kind of looks like a rusted like chain that's on fire. I don't know, I just really don't like it. And then it also has 7 I believe it's like gems or some sort of like diamonds on the thing as well. It just doesn't really match at all. But I mean, I see the appeal of why people would wear it. It's just something that I would just not really even consider wearing. It's just not my style. So the next item that we have is the 1x1x1's teapot. You got this item in Bad Business, and I believe the process to do it is that you had to put in a code to give your character, I believe, VR like kind of like goggles, and you had to go around the map and try to collect the different parts of like a unicorn. It's kind of like little markings on the wall, and you collect all of them, and then you have to put them in a certain order in order to get teleported to another game mode where you fought a bunch of zombies. Now, as you guys, now I don't know if a lot of people have seen it, but I actually posted a video of me getting this teapot on my channel, and I just want to say that this was probably like the funnest hat in order to like get, just because like just the zombie mode, at least in my opinion, wasn't that too challenging. I know there was like a couple little, I know sometimes the zombies could like lag, and that could probably end up getting you killed. But I think overall, getting this item wasn't really that hard for me. It was actually pretty fun. Now, onto the item. It's just a teapot with some sort of glitchy texture on it, but I really like this. I actually thought this was going to be a Black Friday hat, just because this item was leaked kind of like in advance, and I still kind of wish it was a little bit, just because it would have been really cool to like get. But I'm really glad a lot of people got this hat. I think this is one of the more cooler hats, just because it's just because like the cool kind of glitchy aesthetic it has to it. But it's really cool. Alright, so the next one we have is called the Realm of the Riptide. You got this item for playing the game Shark Bite. You have the steps to completing it is a lot. You have to talk to like a certain fish, then you have to come back as like a normal human, and kind of there's just a bunch of steps. I don't really have time to go over it, but yeah, let's just say it took like about 7 to 8. It probably took about 5 to 6 games for me to actually get this item. Now, before you get this item, you do have to do a boss fight, which was pretty hard to do, just because the fact that if you die once, you have to start from the very beginning. I believe this item isn't too bad. Like, I think it looks pretty nice with the dark blue, and it's kind of like a cool knight helmet. I think a lot of people, I can definitely see a lot of people wearing this hat. It looks really good. It looks really good. Although I did have to do this boss 3 times, just because I had to help 2 of my friends get this hat, and it kind of sucked because I had enough of mine to do on mobile, and it was really difficult. Alright, so the next hat we have is the Chaotic Top Hat. You got this item in the game Dungeon Quest. In order to get this item, you have to collect 7 gems across the map, which was fairly easy to do. And then you also had to do a boss fight, which was a little bit harder, I'd say, than the boss fight you had to fight in Shark Bite, just because you had a time limit, and you also have lives. And if you ran out of lives, or you didn't kill the boss in the time limit, you had to redo all the steps again in order to get a second chance at defeating the boss, which I believe is a little bit unfair, and it was just a little bit difficult. But I do believe this hat's really worth it. I probably think out of all the hats here, this is probably like the most like universal hat. I believe everybody thinks is kind of cool, just because it looks like it's just a top hat, but it also has some like cool kind of like digital like effects, where it's kind of like the hat's kind of forming. I don't know. I just think this hat's really cool. I think out of all the hats, this is probably like the general like agreed hat that probably looks really nice, and it just looks really like neat overall. I think you could match the hat with a bunch of different Roblox avatars, and it looks pretty good. Now, the last item that you had to unlock by going into a different game is called Rick's Boombox. You got this item in Vehicle Simulator. This item was also very easy to get. All you had to do was collect, I believe it was 8 hard drives in total throughout the whole map, which, by the way, the map is pretty big, so it took a good while, but other than that, all you have to do is just collect all the hard drives. This item is probably this item is like a back accessory, and I know a lot of people don't really wear back accessories in Roblox that kind of look like boom boxes. I mean, I guess they kind of do. I just haven't run into a lot of people that have worn this item before on in games, but I think it's pretty good. I like the cool like rainbowy kind of like neon textures that it has on it. It's a really good item. So now we'll move on to the rewards. So after you get all these items and you come back to the Ready Player 2 game hub, you actually, depending on how fast you collected these hats, you actually got rewarded 1 out of 3 items for actually beating it like fast like before anybody else. So I'll explain. So the first 77 people that got all the 7 items got the Meta Star. Now this item looks very similar to the Void Star, which I know is a really popular item on Roblox that a lot of people really want, including myself. I think it looks pretty cool with the cool like diamond-y texture, and it kind of just looks really good. I really like the texture on it. I kind of like the cool like blue, kind of like gem, like shading it has on it. Looks good. Now the first 777 people got the Metaphones, which is some cool headphones. I think this item is probably, it's definitely not as cool as a Metastar, and also it's probably not as cool as the one coming up on the list. But I think I think just for like getting all of the items, I think it's a good head in that regard. I can definitely see a lot of people wearing this item. Well, I guess the 77 people wearing this item. It looks really good. I can definitely see some people kind of making like outfits with it. And for everybody else that just gets the 7 items, which I believe, as I'm recording this video, I believe you can still get this item too. This is called the Meta Shades. This item looks like the Clockwork Shades, which is I know a lot of people really wanted this hat, and I know a lot of people also thought this hat was going to be for Black Friday too. This hat's actually really cool. I really like the cool like diamond-y texture it has on it, and just the fact that it looks like Clockwork Shades kind of gets a lot of people's attention. Oh shoot! I just realized I haven't got this item in game. I'm gonna go get that right now. Hold on. All right, guys, I'm loading in. Let's see what's happening. So I'll load it in. I have all of the items. Yeah, I have all the items. The crown, the book, the bombastic chains, 1x1x1 teapot, the riptide, the corruption head, and the Rick's boombox. Where do I go to get the item? Do I sell on this thing? Oh, it's like lighting up right now. Oh shoot, it's kind of cool. Look, whoa, dude! Oh, I got it. Did I get it? Oh shit, it's the glasses. Whoa, that's cool. What's that number? Is that the number of that I got? Oh, that's so cool, dude. I think we got it. So yeah, I just got this hat right now. It looks really good. So that's my review on the whole event. I honestly think overall I would probably rate this event on a scale of 1 through 10, probably about like a 7, maybe an 8. It was a really good event, although there were some problems I had with it just for getting the items. Like the Roblox in high school lobby was really difficult, and some of the bosses were really hard to do and stuff like that. But I honestly think this is a really good event. Shout out to all of the developers and everybody that planned this event, everybody that made this event. I think it's a really good event. I really hope Roblox continues to do events in the future. I know they've been slacking on holiday sales and just like kind of just cool events like this, but it's really cool to see do more events that are kind of like genuinely like well like received at the community. So yeah, that's my video. Like and subscribe. I'm almost close to 100 subscribers, so it'd be really cool if you guys subscribe before I reach it for the end of the year. But other than that, this is TheUnstableCape, and I'm signing off. See ya.